Well, we have, now we're working on the electronics, so we have our electrician.
But to say we're working on it?
Yeah, our electrician's working on it.
Semi-official, unofficial electrician.
But
Self-taught.
he's pulled this, and he'll briefly go on what you had to pull out, even though this thing was missing a few parts.
No, you don't say.
Yeah.
So you got the, I don't know,
Housing.
steering column, surround. It just pops off on the top, but there's 3 screws on the bottom, 3 Phillips head screws that you would unscrew from underneath. There was only 1 in there. There's 2 Phillips head screws up here underneath the gauge cluster area, and once you do that, you just yank it off. And this just comes out, well, it isn't supposed to just come out that easily, but it just popped right out because it's got 2 little guide pins here, and it uses the pressure from the dash being popped on to hold this in. And you just disconnect this cable here to get this off all the way. And that's how you get to all of your radio and HVAC controls.
Okay. So, I hear that we also had a discovery about a cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
That's been mentioned a couple times.
The cigarette lighter doesn't work because there's no connection to it back here. That was pulled apart, I guess, when they were trying to get to the airbag wiring. They pulled this out for some reason, I don't know, or they was blowing fuses, so they disconnected it, I don't know. And when they did that, they pulled out the contacts from the connector. So I'm gonna cut the connector off and wire in something else with USB ports probably.
Well,
Okay, he's working on the radio right now, which will show that inside. We could go back in the air
yes.
and away from these mosquitoes.
Yes.
Well, we've got it together. It matched the original head unit.
We got it together.
I helped a little bit.
You sat there.
I got your screwdrivers and clamps.
Go on.
I did a little bit.
You did a little bit.
But the new standard head unit matched the existing one, so we didn't even need the adapter kit for dash fit. It just bolted right in there. Used the screws that came with the radio. And got the components together. So, crimped and pulled, and we're going to probably wrap it with electrical tape so they don't rattle and give a little extra protection on them.
1999 through 2008 Kia and Hyundai adapter from Walmart is not the right one.
Mm-hmm.
The 1995 through 2003 adapter that you can get on Amazon for Kia Hyundai is the correct one.
That's the one you're going to want.
Okay, so part of me, I'm kind of dumb in all this stuff, but what brand, what model, what are we looking at here? You said you swapped out, we didn't get any of that.
Generic.
Yeah, it's a generic. It's
Walmart brand.
It's Walmart special with a CD player and Bluetooth.
Okay.
So, and auxiliary,
Yeah.
which replaced the one that was CD and AM/FM that was also generic with Kia stamped on it.
Yeah.
It actually says made in Japan for Kia Corporation. It looks like a 90 JVC. Yeah.
Could have came
Made
out of
in
the
Malaysia.
same factory.
That was made in Malaysia.
Yeah.
But I don't know who made it for them, but yeah. It's nice. It's standard because everything's already there. It's easy to swap it out.
The radio that comes in the car has this bracket on there and this, little cubby
Spacer.
for single DIN radios.
Cigarette holder.
So you don't have to buy the bracket for it. It comes universal. You don't have to buy anything extra to adapt it to the car because Sportages already have this little handy thing here. that just screws right into the dash.
Now, I'm going to guess if you had the cassette, that's probably what would be here. And if you had it, then you'd need this little piece.
Yeah, but it's a cell phone holder / cigarette holder. Yeah.
It's actually kind of nice.
Vape
Those are
holder.
always kind of nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and this, I wanted to check. That had does this have? It does. I need to get the spacer, the bumper out of the other one. That's a vibration reducer. I'm going to grab it out of the other one, put in there. That little rubber nub that stuck out the back goes into that. So the rubber nub switches over.
And these, normally like a remove before using thing is in there.
But the original one had a rubber nub that goes in there, and that's in the exact same spot.
Then nub it.
So.
Dag nubbit.
And we would have demonstrated it, but we currently don't have any music we can play that would actually really show anything.
No.
So I'm going to work on that.
I can, but I don't have internet out here.
Yeah, we need. This is in this particular pad right here. It is 1973, so I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, it's not 1973. When was the
1873.
Postmaster Stables was here.
Actually, I think the stables were built before the house, so they were here since the post office was moved in.
Either way, it's
This may have
pre-internet.
actually been the first post office we're standing on. Well, not these two. That one over there. These two are new.
Yeah. Either way, it's pre-internet.
Where
Just in this one spot.
where the Cherokee is sitting was the original wagon house.
Okay.
This was the stable. They concreted in the stable.
You will forever have
Thank you for over-explaining my jokes.
Morgan hair.
Well,
Yes.
that's just standard.
Yeah, Morgan hair must come with the job, or the job is not done. Okay. And is that it?
I think that'll be it. Next thing will just be when it's all together and all back together and going.
Yeah, once we get royalty-free music, since we're not allowed to use anything of the other big music people, even if it's a second and a half, because they'll come for our children and our souls.
I've got friends that would probably be happy to donate music for us, so
yeah.
I'm going to talk with them, see if I can't. And the only other thing we've got is the power port, which is just tying into the old cigarette lighter wires.
Because it's really hard to even plug anything under there in anyways, and that slide out.
I know it's stupid, it's worthless anyway, so. And more than likely they pulled it because I think you're right, they probably pulled it because it was popping a breaker. Yes, I'm aware I got stung by something.
You're a unicorn.
I know.
Alrighty. So is that about it?
That should be it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yep. Well, we've got this all taped up so that the wires are secured and it won't rattle, and it gives us some extra protection as well. And we've got the little nubbin, which I'm guessing is a vibrate reducer. But
You've got a nubbin from the oven.
whatever it's there for. This had the thing for it, so we moved over from the original one over. And, oh, can you bring the old radio? And so this one's all ready to go. And go in. This one has a fuse here. The original had a fuse on the end here. So it works. Here's the original, which I've taken the plate off of. And just in case you want it, there's part number. And you have a wiring diagram there, which has a water stain. Looks like someone set a potted plant on it at some point. I don't know.
It was working.
But it worked. The only problem with it was the CD player didn't work, and the volume control was starting to fail.
Yeah.
But figure the wire diagram, but you can see these units look similar, other than a little different connection for the antenna, but it's the same plug.
Yes,
just
it works, except for the two features that it has. It doesn't work.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's still a radio, kind of, sort of, when it feels like it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Smack it up, it'll work.
Yeah, it's a dirty head.
Which
loose
is,
lens,
yeah,
all that
it's
stuff.
something we could probably take apart and possibly get working again. So I left the original parts. I'm going to leave it in, I'm going to put it in the box for this one. So I have it, and it may be a future project.
Lift them up. Lift them up.
I'm lifting them up. Well, the camera guy, you're tell me where to hold them.
Yeah. Alrighty. So there we go.
Yep.
And that puts this one in the can.
Yep. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one. And
So long.